I was a freshman once.
I know.
I've looked in on senior classes.
But every time I like reference anything from like high school or college days, you just like fucking have no idea what's going on.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you've never sat in a classroom.
It's because I forgot everything. I blacked it all out.
There you go. Speaking of high school, I remember David. Well, actually, I think this might have been like at the end of senior year, like the summer out of senior year. So everyone's like out partying, doing random stuff, right? And David never went to parties in high school in general. So
I didn't get invited.
You did get invited, but David wouldn't go anywhere unless John, Alex, and Mike could all go as well.
Oh yeah, that fucking bummed me out. Like I feel like I was on the cusp of like I was kind of like divergent. So like
you
so
just
like,
hung out with everybody.
Yeah, so like I hung out with like everybody, but like my friends wouldn't be invited to certain parties, and I was like, I'm not fucking.
You were
going.
on the cusp of being cool.
Yes, yeah. Like definitely, no one would ever be like
Right
he's
there.
popular, but they'd be like, when you ask about me, you'd go, I know David.
Yeah.
That's what you'd say. You go, yeah, I know. That's what you'd say, but you
What a
would.
horrible thing to say about that. I know. Seen him around. What about him?
Can't come to the party with those fucking idiots. But yeah. So I wouldn't, and it was weird bringing 3 guys to a party. Like no one ever liked
Vernon
that.
Hills is what makes you make it sound like it's like L.A.
No, they were.
You can't bring dudes to a party in
Well,
Vernon Hills.
isn't that kind of like
That's
this-
just high school in general.
No
Yeah.
dudes. Like
No.
too many dudes.
Unless you're like friends of the guys, like
Yeah.
no new dudes, no secondary friend groups of dudes can come in.
Right.
Like that's just fucked up.
If a dude is having a party, it's his guy friends and whatever girls they want to bring.
And trust me, if me, Alex, and John and Mike all went to a party, we'd throw that vibe off real quick. What happened there?
But I remember we went to this party and David was like, hey, want to hang out tonight or whatever? And so I was like, sure. And he came over. I was literally in pajamas, like nothing, whatever. Just thought we were going to be like sitting in the cars, driving around the neighborhood, having a little good time. No, that's not what David had in mind. He got some like text to go to some party in like bumblefuck nowhere.
Yeah, it was far.
And we pulled up to this party. We don't know a single person there. I don't even think you know the person that sent you the address, but we went. It was someone's birthday, and they were also going to the military. It was their going away party. And we showed up. I don't even think we knew
It was like in
anybody.
his basement, and it was like a high school party. It was like 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, and like 20-year-olds. It was like the weirdest fucking mix.
And it started out totally normal. Everyone just hanging out in the basement, talking to people, whatever. And then his family comes down. There's a bunch of like little kids running around, like children, and there's people partying, like drinking alcohol, whatever. And I don't know how we found out, but then a couple minutes later or whatever, we found out that it was a trap house. Like this person's dad sold drugs out of this house.
So it was
like
the fucking best party you could ever go to.
And I was like, okay, David, like red flag, like, we should go. And he's like, no,
No, that wasn't the red flag. The red flag was when the strippers walked in. This is the first time I've ever seen a stripper in my life.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
mind
18.
You,
we're like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't even know if we were 18. I think we were.
Oh, yeah, I was 17. Yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
I was
I would
17.
like it was like all kids of all ages were at this fucking party. It was like Chuck E. Cheese, but with strippers. And yeah, these strippers just came down, and we're just like, what the? I've never fucking seen. I don't think I've ever seen boobs at this point.
Right.
Like this was like fucking big.
And then we're all a bunch of kids, and the strippers weren't getting paid. Like no one brought like singles with them to like pay the strippers.
Yeah, none of us knew the strippers. I would have stopped at the bank if I knew strippers were coming. 100%.
No one knew that there was gonna be strippers there. At least we didn't. And so the strippers were dancing for probably like 10 minutes, and they were like, "Fuck this" or whatever. And they went to the back room, and they're like, "We're not dancing anymore." So this person,
Because no one was throwing money,
no one was
so they were
paying them.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how they're gonna make money. And the dad comes out, who is this big, scary, like drug dealing man.
Yeah.
And he was like, nobody's fucking leaving this place until these strippers get paid. Everybody put your cash out right now.
And he closed the fucking door
He
on
like
us.
locked us in the basement.
He locked us in the basement. He's like, someone's gotta pay these fucking strippers. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And like, and there's like a little window that's like, there's just like, Natalie,
We gotta
that's
get
the
out.
way we gotta get out. We gotta crawl through that fucking window. Yeah, it was bad.
How'd you get out? You had no cash?
No, I had a 9mm in my back pocket. Just shot it into the ceiling. I'm fucking leaving. No, I don't know. People ended up paying the stripper.
Oh, you know what? And also, before the strippers came down, they confiscated everyone's cell phones too. So we didn't even have cell phones.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we couldn't, and we were like locked in this basement with strippers.
Yeah,
until
so we
they
couldn't
got
even
paid.
sell these strippers or like cash app these strippers. It was like, how are we supposed to
so
pay them?
crazy.
Like, no one had a heads up that they were coming. They were a surprise. Like, how do you pay surprise strippers at a 16-year-old's birthday party?
Good point.
Oh my god, that was the craziest. And I was like, I don't even think I went out with David after that. I was like, what did you just get me into?
Yeah, we didn't hang out a lot in high school. I feel like it was only a couple times.
When you would have a night like that was crazy, would you tell your parents what you did?
Very rarely. I like telling them like dangerous things, but like that was like not worth explaining to them. Like if I like got high, I'd be like, I smoked weed, and they'd be like, no, you didn't. I remember actually the first time I told my dad I smoked weed. I think it's the only time. He goes, haha, nice try. So they never believed me.
Funny stuff,
I mean,
guys.
to be fair, I didn't believe David either. He told me the first time he got high, and I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't do that, because I didn't even do it.
Bro,
yet.
I got fucking high as shit when I was in high school. Like that used to be my.
The first time?
Actually, only like 6 times. But like when you're in high school, that's a fucking lot because it was completely illegal to do it, and like we'd have to hide in like a cul-de-sac smoking in. Like if headlights came on us, it was like game over. And I remember the first time I smoked. Yeah, we went to Taco Bell. I got a beefy crunch burrito, bro. I will never fucking forget. And then we also went to the first song I listened to was "Collard Greens" by Schoolboy Q.
Okay.
So it was like the best song to ever get high to. And then we went to Dunkin' Donuts, where Nick Salerno was puking his brains out right by the car. The rest of us went in, and the other half of us went around because Dunkin' Donuts throws out their donuts in a bag.
Yeah.
So we were going to wait till they threw the donuts out, and then we claimed them all, and then we brought them back. Nick's fucking puking his brains out, but we had a bag of like 300 donuts now, so we hit it big. But yeah, no, I loved that. That was my favorite part about, dude. High school will never there will never be anything. Nothing can ever. That's why I actually feel for people that like are homeschooled or like have never like gotten to feel or like are working from so like early on, like like people like Justin Bieber that like got to miss like high school, like it's
or kids
actually
who missed their senior year this year.
Right. Yeah, that fucking like this sucks because we're literally talking to a lot of senior, like this is the podcast that people listen to, and I feel bad, but like it is the best years of your life, and I'm so sorry you're missing it.
Well, for
and
a
I'm
lot
sorry
of people,
you're
for a
on
lot
Zoom.
of people, it's not. And I know for me it wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't like the best. I couldn't wait to get out of there.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's
I mean,
true.
like I think there's a lot of people that.
But I think that's why high school is so interesting. Is like whether you hate it or not, like it's gonna end. Like what happens in high school will never dictate what happens in your you know what I mean? You can be the coolest and you can be a loser in the future. Yeah. And you can be the nerdiest and you can be the coolest in the future. That's what's so cool about high school is it's the only thing in life where you seriously get a refresh. Like you in high school you can dabble and find out like what the fuck you're doing or what you are, and then you get to hit a refresh button during college, and then you probably get to do it again when you graduate, and you can keep doing it. But like high school, like it doesn't dictate who you're gonna be. Like you're just growing up and you're learning shit. So like that's the best part about it. So even if you're having a bad time, like it'll be over. You're good.
I feel like when I was in college, that was when I like met people like me. I met like funny guys and stuff. People. What'd you say?
I said hilarious dudes. I said losers. I'll be honest. I definitely said losers. But who'd you meet? Bro, it's not that funny.
It is so funny. The way you put the cup up, I was fully believing that you complimented me. The first thing you said was hilarious, dudes, and I was like, oh, I was wrong, and then you said no, I said.
It's so funny how many times, like, if you like edit all the compilations together of like how many times I've insulted you with the same insult, and you found it the same amount of funny. Like I've called you.
What do you mean?
Like I've called you. No, like it makes sense.
I think you mix them up.
Yeah, but I call you old as shit. I call you a loser, and I've said it like in probably similar ways, but like every podcast is once a week, so it's like it seems new every time I say it. But like if you were to add them all up, it's literally just me calling you a loser, like maybe 50 times, and you going, "Oh my god!"
Maybe someone should cut that together.
Like it's the first time I'm calling you one.